Well, I hope you guys in Knicks Nation are safe and healthy today, that you're enjoying this weekend. Beautiful weather down here in Central Florida, and I hope it's nice where you are. I hope your family is safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, even on the weekends, and those that are first responders that every day are out here saving lives. Those also that make deliveries, especially on weekends for our convenience. Double blessings also. And let me not forget the people that pick up garbage, keep our places clean. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, recover teenagers and children who are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, sex slavery, prostitution, child prostitution. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that keep these industries going. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, children, families, veterans, homeless in the United States of America. Millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Welcome, Guilford McCorbett, Mr. Jarvis, Carlos Delgado, my brother Superstar, Stoop Kids Studios, Tony Tippman, Flexi Flex, DMF Nigel, Ron Cohen, Scientific. Welcome, Kelvinator, Jose Vasquez, G. Bostino. Welcome, Samuel Rios. Welcome to all of you on this Sunday. I wanted to do this earlier. I usually do it around 12:30. We'll do it a little earlier today for a couple of reasons. Number one, there's a game 7 today. Cleveland and Orlando in Cleveland, game 7. That one is up for grabs. Either team could win that game. It's going to be a tremendous basketball game this afternoon to watch. Also, I'm taking my wife out, as you usually do on a Sunday. Today is more special because this is her birthday. So we're going out today to celebrate a little bit with her. So we got a few things going on. So I wanted to get our time together or earlier today. Lion and Jude, my man Lonnie, Jabroni Z, John Dobbs, the only Dean Dawson, Camaro Jarvis. How y'all doing? Glenn Constant, how you doing? So first, let's look back for a second. So the Knicks were the better team against the Philadelphia 76ers, and they proved that by beating the Philadelphia 76ers in 6 games. And I think we all understand that series could have been even 5 games, but the Knicks had to have a learning experience. This is the thing, though. In the league, in the playoffs, and I always like to go back to the Toronto Raptors championship season with Kawhi Leonard. Every championship team has to have a few breaks go their way. They also have to have some learning experience during the course of the championship run. We're used to seeing some teams like the Golden State Warriors that have been in many championship series, or LeBron has been in many championship series. But most of the time, when you get teams in the championship series, a lot of the players, it's the first time they're going through it. And in many cases, it's the first time for the coach to go into a championship series. And so there's always situations where you got to give the team a space to learn. And that was the second loss that the Knicks suffered in the series with Philly. It was a learning experience, especially a last 2-minute learning experience about how, you got to keep your foot on the pedal, be sharp the whole 48, and that ended up going in overtime. And there was some tactical errors that were made down the stretch. And a lot of people like to point fingers, and a lot seem to get off on pointing fingers when things go bad. I don't like to be dealing with people like that when it gets down on the Knicks, they jump on that bandwagon and start getting down on Thibs, down on the Knicks, and down on their hopes. Some knucklehead came to me saying the reason they lost the games because their guards are too short, which was very stupid because at that point, the Knicks were up 3-2, had won 50 games with the same short guards. So I don't understand why all of a sudden they're too short. See? So, or somebody said, we need something, or we need this because we lose a game. This is the league. The Knicks has learned from their experiences. For a guy like a Deuce McBride, This is the first time in his career he's run this deep into the playoffs as a key piece. Okay. For Jaylen Brunson, this is the second year for him at the helm of a team, running the team, and he's now showing everybody that he's a superstar. For Isaiah Hartenstein, for Mitchell Robinson, these guys are, some of them have some playoff experience, but they're still very young in making a run that they can make this year. This is the first year, in my view, in the 4 years that Thibs has been here. And I was just talking to one of my best friends that I grew up with, that he was telling me, well, the Knicks always lose in the second round every year. And I said, wait, what? The first year under Thibs, they lost in the first round, 41 wins out of 72 games. The second year under Thibs, they didn't make the playoffs. They only won 37 when they tried that whack backcourt. The third year under Thibs, Mitch personally dismantled Cleveland in the first round, and they did lose in the second round to Miami, who ended up going to the finals. And this is the fourth year. So to make a statement that they're always losing in the second round is silly. I mean, right? I mean, y'all hear what I'm saying? It ain't like, how you saying they lose every year in the second round? Where does that come from? See, and I'm going to tell you, a lot of it comes from narratives that are created by media. That's where it comes from. A lot of narratives are created by media that are worthless on their face, and they gain steam because the media that has it has big platforms and people buy into this BS. Let's look at some facts. The Knicks are top 10 in defense in the league, all areas. The Knicks are second in the East in point differential. And Tom Thibodeau always says, of all the stats, you want to look at, one of the most important ones that he looks at is point differential. And if you look at point differential in the standings, generally, it is not exact science, but generally the order of the point differential is pretty much the order of the teams in that conference by the point differential. Okay, so the Knicks are second in the East in point differential. And they're always in the top 5 in point differential because Tom Thibodeau is a master at defense. What's also good is the position that the Knicks are in right now. And I think we've been saying this a while. Some of y'all been watching this channel know we've been saying this a while. The Knicks are in a position to be able to get to the finals. This is the thing about getting to the finals. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think Oklahoma City or Minnesota is going to represent the West in the finals. It's going to be one of them. And I want to tell you, both of those teams are better than the Knicks. They are. I'm just being honest. Both Oklahoma City and Minnesota are better than New York right now. Okay? But that doesn't mean New York can't win. That's why you play the game. Right? That's why you play the games. Okay, that's why you play the games. So you always have a chance if you're in the finals. You see, last year, Miami was not better than Denver. But they still got to the finals. And once they got there, anything is possible. Okay, but I'm going to say this, though. Just like I'm going to shout you with this one. I don't think the Boston Celtics are all that. Like, in terms of a matchup against New York, I like our chances. I like our chances. Okay, and I think some of y'all have been listening to my channel. I've been saying this all year. I'm not scared of Boston. I wasn't scared of Milwaukee at full strength. I wasn't scared of them at full strength. Okay, and I'm not scared of Boston either. And especially, we already are very familiar with the Anthony Ambulance style history of one KP. We're very well familiar. We're all very familiar with his Anthony Ambulance style of play. We already know when KP is playing, he's like that Jaguar that you ain't never rode anything so smooth in your life. But then you get the bill because you got to take it to the shop all the time. Then you wonder why you got it. That's KP. Okay. So he is definitely, KP is Marcus. The only difference is they haven't figured out in Boston that they cannot limit. They got to limit. Again, the reason I like OKC is because Chet Holmgren is light in the ass, but OKC Diagonal, he knows to limit the minutes to crucial minutes. He doesn't play. You don't see him playing Chet Holmgren 39 minutes, 42 minutes. Chet Holmgren couldn't take that. He's not Chet Holmgren. Ain't Juju. He ain't built like that. So they play him 30 minutes, 28 minutes, 31 minutes, 27 minutes. He's in that range, and that's why he's here all the way into the playoffs. And that's what makes OKC. And then the backup is Jay Will. J Dub is the starter. J Dub is coming out of Santa Clara, very tough. But Jay Will is that dirty work 6'9", 6'10" dude, that Precious Achua type dude that could come in and spell Chet Holmgren, right? So you can give Jay Will 20 minutes, and then you ain't losing much. And then you bring in the highly skilled, talented 7-foot Chet Holmgren. That's a game changer. That's why OKC. And then, of course, you add MVP level SGA. And to me, the MVP should be the top team's best player. That's what I feel like. I've always felt like that. So you're talking about Tatum. You're talking about Brown from the Celtics. You're talking about Ant or Gobert from Minnesota. And you're talking about SGA from Oklahoma City. And of course, you got to include the Joker because they're there. I guess what I'm saying is, in terms of, I think Denver's going to lose that series. It's going to be a tough series. But look, Ant just announced himself. I don't know if y'all saw the game last night. I did. Ant just announced himself last night. I mean, he's been doing it, but he just announced himself last night. So he's going to be here. And Gobert, them cats are rough. And then, of course, Nas Reed, McDaniels, they rough, man. And then Conley is about as efficient as you could get. So they nice. They are nice. Ant is that dude. Ant is the closest thing that I have seen to Michael Jordan since Michael Jordan. He's a smaller version of Michael Jordan. Ant is about a 6'4". Jordan was about 6'6". Ant is about a 6'4" version of Michael Jordan. He is amazing. I knew he was good coming out of Georgia, but I'd be lying if I thought he'd be like this. It was after his second year, at the end of his beginning of his second year, I said, okay, this guy's going to be a problem. But now he is a problem. He's not going to be no more. He's a problem. And so Ant is that dude. Minnesota got a squad. Now, from the beginning, y'all knew, we've been saying the Knicks were better than the Sixers. They were the better team. And I think y'all also heard a lot of media types talking about the Sixers being the better team. Isn't that correct? Did y'all hear that? Right? We've been hearing the BSPN and everybody talking about, the Sixers are the better team, even though they were the 7th seed. The Sixers are the better team. And we've been saying from the beginning, the Knicks are the better team. Period. Just on all sides. The Knicks are the better team. Okay? Yes, Embiid is a tremendous talent. He is a tremendous talent. There's no doubt about it. Tyrese Maxey is a talent. I won't call him a rising star. He's a star that's already risen. That's Tyrese Maxey. So they rough. There's no doubt. But the Knicks were the better team. You see, brethren, teams win championships. Teams win playoff series. It ain't one guy. Teams win. Talk about Toronto with Kawhi Leonard. Now, Kawhi Leonard was obviously a key piece to get them the chip. But without Pascal Siakam, they don't win no championship that year. Without Pascal Siakam, they don't win no championship. Without Fred VanVleet, they don't win no championship. Without Kyle Lowry, they don't win no championship that year. You needed the team to play together for them to win that chip. Okay? You need a team to play together. So, that's how it works. That's what I'm saying. For example, today is Game 7 in Cleveland against Orlando. Okay? If Cleveland loses today, that means in both the years they've had Donovan Mitchell, they would have lost in the first round. Do y'all understand that? That means that I think Donovan Mitchell in his whole career, he would have only gotten out of the first round once. Once. Now, this is the same Donovan Mitchell everybody crying for us to get, which I keep saying, no, it don't fit. Stop looking at NBA 2K and thinking that because a guy's a superstar, we got to get him and he's going to help us. No! You need fit. It's got to fit. Okay, it just doesn't fit. They wanted OJ to be guilty, but the gloves didn't fit. The gloves didn't fit. DM don't fit with the Knicks. He don't fit. Okay? You know what Johnny Crocker said? If the gloves don't fit, you must have quit. DM don't fit. If we didn't have Jaylen Brunson, I'd be all like, oh yeah, get me DM and let him be the starting point guard right there. But no, we got Jaylen Brunson. We got him. Okay? So, and let me tell you, I can tell you right now till I'm blue in the face, but I'm going to tell you, and you know, and I know, come June or July, Stephen A. Stupid and all of the rest of them are going to be saying, we got to go get Donovan Mitchell. He wants New York. Let me tell you how good the Knicks have become. Let me tell you how much the culture has changed. Let me tell you proof that the Knicks are now a LTSW. Y'all know what that means, LTSW, long-term sustainable winner. Let me tell you how this effect takes place. See, now you're going to hear of a lot of people wanting to come play in New York. Y'all mentioning Devin Booker. You're going to hear people talk about New York and wanting to come and play in New York. And guess what? We don't need y'all now. We don't need y'all now. So you got to have fit. So Donovan Mitchell, they better win today. If they do not win in Cleveland against Orlando today, I don't want to hear nothing about Donovan Mitchell. He played with Gobert. Y'all like Bodega 44. He was even younger and better then. He played with Mike Conley. Right? Royce O'Neal. They had a squad in Utah. Couldn't get out the first round. Couldn't get out the first round. Couldn't get out the first round. Okay? Then he comes to Cleveland, and it's him and Darius Garland, two all-star guards. Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, Mitch Robb, and they had dreams of championship, didn't they? Remember last year, right? They had dreams of championship. Mitch Robb personally put an end to that. He nipped that dream in the bud personally. This Mitch Robb did that. Yep, some of y'all don't remember. But last year, first round against Cleveland, Mitch Robb made it a personal business to put that dream to rest. And they went on vacation early. So listen, he better win today. That's all I'm saying. And even if he does, it don't mean much because they're going to lose to Boston anyway. Whoever wins the series today is going to have a great, rah-rah. It's bigger for Orlando because they're a younger team. And this would mean a lot for the city of Orlando coming into the second round. And again, Pablo Banchero is that dude. So this would be a big thing for them, even if they lose against Boston in the semis. It would still be a big thing, okay? So, that's all right, but it's a big game today, especially for one Donovan Mitchell. Now, he dropped 50. He dropped 50 down here in Orlando, and they lost. He dropped 50 down here, and they lost, yo. I don't know. I'm trying to tell you, I don't got a good feeling about Cleveland, even in Cleveland. Pablo Banchero, daggone Franz Wagner, the German. They're going, what's the boy name? The point guard there, the Gonzaga. Jonathan Isaac to it. They don't, I'm telling you, these young boys, you giving them hope. They don't care they ain't Suggs. That's right. You giving them hope. They don't care they ain't Cleveland. I don't know if I'm Cleveland. I'm a little nervous. If I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan today, I'm a little nervous. Y'all just had DM drop 50 and y'all still lost. That's tough. But anyway, the Knicks were better than the Sixers. And by the way, we want to appreciate Joel Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Nick Nurse, and the whole crew on a very tough series. They fought very hard, and we want to wish them the best on their vacation plans. We hope that y'all enjoy your summer break. It's always next year. Meanwhile, the Knicks, how did they beat Philly? Clutch shots. Clutch shots. Toughness, right? Boards and getting stops. That's how they beat Philly. Guess what? It ain't going to change. It ain't going to change. Against Indiana, clutch shots, toughness, boards, and getting stops. Now, the big dynamic against Indiana overall, I mean, just, and as a high level, okay, talking on a high level. Indiana scores, 120-something points a game. The Knicks only give up 108 points a game. I think if I'm not mistaken, they were second in the East in that category, to opponents' points per game. Actually, they were first in the East in that category, the Knicks, in opponents' points per game. So that's going to be the dynamic. The dynamic is the high scoring of Indiana versus the tough defense of New York. Okay. So this is going to be the dynamic. Whose will is going to be imposed? Is the high-scoring Indiana or the tough defense New York? Now, you and I all know, I don't know who's refereeing these games, but daggone it, I hope it's not Tony Brothers. You're a Knicks fan. You know who Tony Brothers is, right? He's the eternal against the Knicks better. He's got money on the other team, like every game. Tony Brothers, that dude. Okay. I hope he's not refereeing. I hope they had the Kennedy dude in there and that dude that was in there. Hey, what's up from the Philippines? What island you on? You on the big island down there? You on the big island where you on the big island down there? Or what island you on in the Philippines? I want to go to the Philippines myself. I want to go to Panay Island as my cousin's wife is going to be there. And I want to definitely check out the Philippines. My wife is little Tim Donahue, he's all right, but them two are better than Tony Brothers. Please give me them two in this series right here. Yeah, that's right. Tony, not a brothers. Tony Benton brothers. Tony Benton brothers. Tony getting that extra change. Panay Island. Oh, nice, Panay. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Ilo territory. That's what I'm talking about. No, they got a big island in Philippines. The big island is the one where the capital is. That's the big island, man. Yeah, they got one in the Philippines too. It's what's the capital there? I don't forgot already. Manila. The one where Manila is. That's the big island there in Manila. I forgot what it was called though, but that's the big island in the Philippines. Yeah, where Manila is. Yeah, I mean, I know they got a big island. I'm not saying I know everything, but I know there's a big island in the Philippines. You talking to me? I know. Yeah, but I'm talking about going to Ilo. Yeah, Ilo. Gato Ferro's Road. I don't know if you know, but I am married. I could talk about Monica McButt all day because I ain't really gonna see her. I could talk about Chelsea Sherrod all day, but don't be talking about going to the Philippines and pretty girls. See, you're going to try to get me in trouble. We're not trying to do that. Okay, there you go. Oh, a lot of brothers. Okay. A lot of brothers all in that Philippine flavor. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. All right. Anyway, back on the subject at hand. So now, the Knicks against Indiana. Now, let me give the brother who did it credit. Let me just see what the brother. There's one brother. He sometimes a brother. He said this very succinctly, but it was so profoundly true. Let me give this brother credit where the credit is due. Let me catch him here. Let me see who it is. He said something. Here it is. At Seds 94. He said, if OG cancel out Siakam and Mitch can slow down Miles Turner, we got this. You know what, though? It sounds simplistic, but that is absolutely true. Somebody else asked me, well, who would I have OG guard? Definitely Siakam. Okay, let's talk about Halliburton. Halliburton, obviously, he's an all-star point guard. He is a great talent. There's no doubt about it, okay? Great talent. Halliburton is an orchestrator, though. He's more of an orchestrator. He can score now, but he's more of an orchestrator. Okay. And so I feel like you could put a Brunson on him. You can put on him a Brunson if you want to, and you can get something done there, because Halliburton is not going to post Brunson up. He's not going to hit the boards on Brunson, So I like Brunson against him. I'm putting OG on Siakam because Siakam is a scorer. Now, what's the difference? You got shooters, people that are just great shooters, right? DiVincenzo is a shooter. Kyle Korver is a shooter. I would say Steph Curry, but he does it all too. But Steph Curry is an ultimate shooter. These guys are just pure, tremendous shooters. Then you got scorers. Carmelo Anthony, he was a scorer. He could get his in so many different ways. He can knock you out from three. He can get to the rim. He can post you up. He can run. He can go half court. Melo could score in about any kind of way you can score. That's Pascal Siakam. Pascal Siakam, if you let him get loose too much, he can kill you from three. He can get to the basket. He can post you up. He can run. He can play the half court. Pascal Siakam is a scorer. And he, as such, like Melo, what you don't want is you don't want him getting in a rhythm. Okay, that's what you don't want. You don't want him getting in the rhythm. You want to take away enough so that what some guys used to do against Melo, if you remember, they take away his outside shooting, and then look what Melo would do is get physical, and especially later in career, and go down low on you, and then do dudes up with his post-up game, which was tremendous. So they were taking away his outside shooting, okay? And you want to do this against Pascal Siakam. You want to take stuff away and force him to go to other strengths that he has. OG Anunoby is the perfect weapon against Pascal Siakam. He is the perfect weapon. He can guard my man on the perimeter. He can guard my man on the block. He's big and strong and tough. The key again is going to be how the referees call this game. If they're going to if they're going to do the Joel Embiid and let Pascal go to the line 21 times, they've done that against the Knicks before. Or are they going to let it be just an NBA playoff game and call it even on both sides? Then we got the advantage, because OG is one of those dudes that can put clamps on Pascal. Okay, I'm just going to, OG is one of them dudes that could put clamps on Pascal. Okay, you understand? So I like that matchup. Now, but Indy is more than Siakam. Siakam is the key piece offensively, the key piece. But people, including myself in the past, have slept on Andrew Nembhard and TJ McConnell. You cannot sleep on these guys, okay? These guys will kill you. Both of them. They're both really good. Now, they don't play together. They don't start on the same unit. Sometimes they're in the sets where they're together, but mostly they're separate. McConnell is more second unit. Nembhard is also second unit, but he did start at one time. So they both rough. They hit big shots. The thing about TJ McConnell, as I've been saying before, is he is the kryptonite to Deuce McBride. Deuce McBride has a hard time guarding this guy. And this is the thing about McConnell. McConnell is a mid-range specialist. A dude that's about, 6'2", maybe? And he's a mid-range specialist. Especially his favorite two spots is in the middle of the key or on the right side of the court in mid-range, about 12, 15 feet away. He's rough over there, man. He gets, and he's enough of a pro to know how to get to his spots and hit from his spots. He loves the right side of the court, the mid-range, and he loves the middle of the court, the mid-range. And he is rough. He's not the quickest guy, but he gets in there. Okay, so we got to really, so whose assignment is that? It's starting off DiVincenzo, and all the DiVincenzo hate that I heard. I wish y'all had seen some of the DiVincenzo hate I seen from some of y'all comments coming out of the last series. When is he going to show up? How come he ain't got no game? How come he ain't scoring? This is the league, and this is the NBA playoffs. And DiVincenzo was due to break out, and he did in that clinching game. Okay, but he was guarding the toughest assignments, and he's going to be doing it again. And I'm very confident in Dante to be able to hang with Nembhard and TJ McConnell. As a matter of fact, this is where it goes both ways. Okay, this is the way it goes both ways, because guess what? They got to also guard DiVincenzo. See, it goes both ways. So Devo, and I'm gonna tell you, as good as those two brothers are now, Nembhard and McConnell, I ain't sleeping on TJ McConnell or Andrew Nembhard. They're very good, but neither of them, and I mean this in all due respect, neither of them are Tyrese Maxey. Okay, I mean, do y'all agree with that? Neither of them. They're both really good now. They're pros, and they're in the second round of playoffs. These are the league, so they're good, but neither of them are Tyrese Maxey. Okay, so having had to guard Tyrese Maxey for 6 games, I think Devo is more than capable of guarding either of those two guys. And then Josh Hart, of course, can guard. Yep. Now, they also got another guy that people sleep on in Indiana, that about the Pacers, that outside of Indiana land, people sleep on. It's this young kid. I don't know if he's a rookie or what. His name is Shepard. They got a kid named Shepard on their team. And this boy is a lockdown defender. He's their Deuce McBride, Shepard. He's their Deuce McBride. Let me see, what year is this cat in? He is their Deuce McBride, man. And yeah, he's good. And they've been putting him out there, Ben Shepard. He's 22 years old, out of Belmont, a no-name school that plays really good basketball the right way is Belmont. They know how to play ball the right way. But this cat is really a good defender. He's their Deuce. He comes out and guards people 94 feet. I would, if I was Indiana, I wouldn't put him on Brunson, although they might put him on Brunson at times, because this is the thing, and I'm just going to be real with you on this. There's nobody on Indiana that could guard Jalen Brunson. If they want to have a chance to guard Jalen Brunson, they better put Pascal Siakam or Neesmith, somebody tall, rangy, somebody that's physical. They're going to need that, because if you try to, Ben Shepard could play some defense. Nembhard and McConnell, they tough as nails. But if you want them to guard Jalen Brunson, you're going to have a problem. Okay, simple as that. I'm just being real with you. And by the way, I think you can surmise from our comments so far, the Knicks are the better team here. The Knicks are the better team here. Okay, they really are. But you got to play the games and you got to win the games. So, but if I don't know if I was the coach of, if I was Rick Carlisle, I'm going to, maybe you start off with Shepard on him and see how that happens, or Nembhard. But Jalen Brunson is rough, man. I mean, period. We should all be very happy we got this dude on our team. Jalen Brunson's rough. And there's another dynamic that I think I read about yesterday at some point. But Rick Carlisle didn't give Jalen Brunson a whole lot of minutes unless the star dude was hurt, right? Unless Luka was hurt. He didn't give Jalen Brunson a whole lot of PT. And I think Jalen Brunson knows that. And I think Jalen Brunson wants to show Mr. Carlisle what he should have been doing. And I like that attitude that I know Jalen Brunson's going to have coming against Indiana. I'm going to tell you, I'm expecting a pretty big series from Mr. Brunson. Okay. Now, Miles Turner. Here's another one I'm really looking forward to. You know, all of y'all that was yelling all this, we should trade Mitch Rob and get Miles Turner crap, bull crap. Okay. See, this is the thing. The problem I have, Knicks Nation, is this. I don't just look at players and say, but this guy's better than our guy, so let's trade our guy for this guy. If he's our guy, I keep him, even if there's somebody that may be better than him, because he's our guy, because we drafted him, because we developed him, because he's a Knick. Sometimes I just go that way. And when everybody was, and y'all remember, everybody was like, we need to trade Mitchell Robinson and go get Miles Turner. I found that to be distasteful at best. At best. Even if you believed Miles Turner was the better player, I would not trade Mitchell Robinson for him. But what I liked about this, that's right, just like Frank Nitty, that's right. What I liked about this, though, is these type of things motivate Mitchell Robinson. These type of things motivate that big country boy from Louisiana. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he comes out to play on that second unit. By the way, I'm expecting some Precious Achiuwa in this series. Why? Several reasons. Number one, they need to go 8 men. 8 men to get this done. Because the Knicks 8 men will overwhelm Indiana's 8 men. That includes Precious Achiuwa. So you're talking about Mitch, Precious, and Deuce coming off your bench. That's your 8 guys right there. Not 9, 8. Okay? I don't know why anybody is still talking 9 with the Knicks in the playoffs. He went 7 just the other day. He shortens the rotation. So this is, I want you to understand something. It's not just Thibs. Most coaches in the league shorten the rotation when you get to the playoffs. They shorten the rotation. They don't make it longer. They're not going to go 9 or 10. They shorten it. The only team that doesn't, as I mentioned, is Oklahoma City. They're the exception that proves the rule. Oklahoma City will go 10 deep. They've been doing it. Okay? But most of the time, it's shorter. So I'm expecting Precious, because Precious is good. Precious is defense. Precious is rebounding. And guess what? Precious also knows how to guard one Pascal Siakam. Precious also knows how to guard Pascal Siakam. And so I like the use of Precious in this series. I think he's going to get some time. Of course, Mitch Rob and Deuce are going to be huge this series. Mitch Rob and Deuce are going to be huge this series. And let's not forget also, it's a special series in a sense for OG Anunoby. Why do I say that? Aside from him playing against Siakam, OG Anunoby went to Indiana University. He went to IU. Okay, that's where he went to college. So he's been out there. They know him. He knows them. That's one of his spots. Okay, so it's going to be a big series all around. But again, the key thing is, can the Knicks control the tempo and pace so that I don't want to see the Knicks getting in the track meet with Indiana. Not that they can't beat Indiana even in the track meet, but now you're giving Indiana advantage by playing to their strengths. The Knicks have got to, they're going to take advantage of times like, for example, whenever Josh Hart gets a rebound, you know it's a fast break. Whenever Josh Hart gets a rebound, it's a fast break, period. He gets the boards and he's off the races. That's what makes him unique and special. He's a one-man fast break, and he finishes more than he doesn't. He really does. And so Hart is going to be very key in this series. Hart's going to be very key in this series. Rebounding and starting fast breaks. We know he does some bonehead plays, you know. But for Josh Hart, it all comes from a good place. He's not scared of anybody, and that's good. He has a lot of energy. That's great. And he hits the boards like nobody at 6'4" in the NBA hits the boards. So he does. So with that, and of course, you all know as well as I do, he can hit big shots when it comes down to it. He's done it already, so we know he's capable, all right? So that Villanova crew, for different reasons, is going to be very important. I think we're going to go 8 deep for some of this, at least some of this series. I'm expecting some precious minutes, okay? And then, of course, there's Deuce and Mitchell Robinson. Yeah. Shaq and Barkley are certified Knick haters. Yeah, it's whatever. Hey, wait, didn't they both pick Philly to beat the Knicks? Didn't both Barkley and Shaq pick Philly to beat the Knicks the last time? I think they did, didn't they? They both did. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I thought they did. So that's how much they know. Those are two guys saying that Philly was a better team. And by the way, did y'all hear Jimmy Butler running his mouth? You hear Jimmy Butler running his mouth? If I was playing, forget Josh Hart. If I was playing, y'all heard Jimmy Butler running his mouth? This is the thing that kills me about that. You understand, brother? Again, the season is not just the playoffs. The season is 82 games plus the playoffs. And the best teams play through the 82-game grind plus the playoffs. So if you're hurt in the playoffs, okay, you were just hurt. That goes with the game. Just like Juju. Juju isn't playing. Juju is hurt. That goes with the game. Okay, so for the Knicks are still winning without Juju. And it doesn't mean they're, some fools talking about they better without Juju. No. Let's not get stupid. Don't get carried away. Don't get stupid. No. But it goes to show how good of a team the Knicks are. Because we lose Julius Randle, an all-NBA 2010 forward, and we're still second in the East, and now we're in the second round. That's called team. That's called team. Knicks got a squad. Okay, we got a squad. So if you are the Philadelphia 76ers and you lose a Tyrese Maxey or a Joel Embiid, you got no shot. You're not winning. That's showing you the weakness of their team. And Paul Reed started getting all happy, if you'll recall. He started getting all happy. Oh, we're glad we got the Knicks. That's the weaker team. We hope Paul Reed enjoys his vacation. I don't know where he's going, but enjoy your vacation, bro. We wish you the best. But that's how a team is built. That's why you don't want to trade half your roster to get one or two guys like Phoenix did. Wait a minute. Is Phoenix on vacation? Oh, yes. We hope that the big three with Beal and Booker and Durant enjoy their vacation. Enjoy. We wish you the best. That's why you don't get your trade everybody and try to get three guys that you think are superstars going to suddenly just win. I see people doing that stupidness already. No. You got to have a team. And especially if you can have a team like the Knicks. Okay, so the Knicks you could run 8. And, during the season, you still have Bodega 44. You could run 9. And some of y'all, still pining for Burks bum. So you still had 10 dudes. Then we got Jericho. So we still had 10, 11 dudes that could ball still. And then when you're ready to shorten the rotation, your 8 is tight. That's a team. That's a team right there. Okay? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. See, John, is Jared Allen, is he really out? Wait a minute. Let me take a look at this. Is he really out? Don't tell me Jared Allen is out today. If this is game 7, man. Hold on. Wait. Jared Allen is day-to-day with ribs. He got hit in the ribs, and he's questionable. They got him as questionable on BSPN. They got him as questionable on BSPN at this point. Yeah, he's questionable. Oh, that's okay. So if Jared Allen doesn't play today, hey, is anybody hurt? Is anybody hurt for Orlando? Is Orlando at full strength today? I think they are. I think Orlando's at full strength. Are they not? Let me see here. Let me take a. Yup, Orlando's at full strength. Orlando's at full strength. Man, I'm telling you, if I was a Cleveland fan, I would not be very confident today. I'd be a little nervous. Even in Cleveland, I'd be a little nervous. But then again, Donovan Mitchell's a superstar. He should be able to carry Cleveland to that chip today. He should be able to carry Cleveland to win this series today because he's a superstar, right? See? Whatever, man. See? The Knicks miss Julius Randle. And Josh Hart starts at power forward. And half of Knicks Nation are telling me, oh, we're going to get out rebounded every night because he's just too small. He's just too short. As if Tom Thibodeau doesn't know what he's talking about. And guess what happens? The Knicks lead the league in offensive rebounding. No Mitchell Robinson, no Julius Randle. Why? Because you had games where Josh Hart is getting 15, 16, 17 rebounds. That's why. You understand? Yeah, Orlando runs a big lineup. They've been running a big lineup. They had, who's their lineup? They got Wendell Carter, Franz Wagner, and Paolo Banchero. So you're talking about 6'11", 6'10", and the 6'8" along the front line. They bring in another 7-footer with Jonathan Isaac off the bench. They run a lot. They run big guys. They do, no doubt. No doubt. That's right. Folds, all of that. That's right. And thank you, Wellflower. That was the point I was trying to make. Rebounding is just as much, if not more, about effort than it is about height. Rebounding is just as much, if not more, about effort than it is about height. And it takes some athleticism, and Josh Hart's got all that. He's got energy galore, effort galore, and he's athletic. He's very athletic. I think Josh Hart is more athletic than people realize. He's an athletic dude. So, yeah. Franz is 6'10". I don't think he's that tall, bro. I think he's 6'8". I'll be surprised. Yeah, I don't think Franz is 6'10", dude. He's not that tall. Let me see. Now you're going to have me looking at it. Let me see. Franz Wagner. Let's take a look. Franz is... Ooh, they do. They got this boy listed as 6'10". I don't know. He must have grown because coming out of Michigan, I remember him being 6'8". But you're right. I'm looking at it. They got him listed as 6'10", 220. Whoa. 6'10", 220. And the boy only 22 years old. Man. Yeah, they do earn some height, don't they? I ain't worried about Orlando, though. I don't care about their height. They better hope they could beat Boston. Sure. They better hope they can beat Boston. And I'm not saying them boys can't play. Orlando's the real deal. Paolo is that dude. Both Paolo and Franz Wagner with Jaylen Suggs is their big three. They really are that good. All three of those cats drafted by the Orlando Magic. And they are all developed very well. Jamal Mosley has done a tremendous job. Okay? Tremendous job. So we're going to see. Will the Knicks win game one? I hope so, Corey Lindsay. I think all of us hope they win. I don't want to make a prediction. I know the Knicks trying to keep their home court advantage. So they want to win game one at Madison Square Garden. One thing I will guarantee you about the Knicks in game one, they're going to come out like dogs. That's what I'm going to guarantee you this. They're going to come out like dogs. The only way the Knicks would not chew up and spit out Indiana like in the first quarter is the refs start calling stupid fouls. That throws the Knicks off. If the refs start calling stupid fouls, throws the Knicks off. Okay. If the refs let them play from the beginning, oh my goodness. Oh, they're gonna come out like pits. Thibs gonna open that cage and them pits gonna come out. That's all I'm saying. So it depends on how the refs call the game. If they call it and let them be aggressive, defensive, NBA style, playoff basketball, it's going to be interesting. That's all I know. It's going to be interesting. It's all I know. Thought process. You need to have another thought process. Stop trying to be a GM because you ain't no good at it. Please don't quit your day job to be a GM in the NBA. Don't do it. Anyway, too much NBA 2K bull crap. No, we're not trading Precious and Julius to go get Trey Murphy III. Anyway. So Jared Allen is out. Cleveland is in trouble today. Cleveland in trouble. Man, they in trouble today. Woo! Now, let's talk about our boy. We ain't talking about him yet. Obi Toppin. Did y'all see how he came off in that clinching game Thursday night? Obi came off the bench. He's doing exactly what he did. See, this is the thing. Obi went to Indiana to start. But that was before the trade that brought Pascal Siakam to Indiana. Obi was starting, but then Pascal Siakam came. Pascal Siakam is two-time All-NBA. What you going to do? You know? So now he's behind. But it's a little different in that Obi gets more minutes. He gets 20 minutes a game here, you know, in Indiana. And he's doing the same thing he did with New York. He brings the energy off the bench that he did in New York. And in bringing that energy, he uplifts the whole second unit in the team, not just with the dunks, but he could shoot. He's playing defense. He does all of that. It was back and forth, David Byer, but he was starting most of those games. He started off starting, then he went to the bench, then he started again. It was going back and forth. but Obi was going to be the starter there. And then Pascal came, and there was no argument anymore. Pascal was the starter, so that is what it is. But it's all good because Obi is playing a very significant role. He scored 21 off the bench in their clinching game. Okay, he's learning. Obi has been, if you followed his career path, he was a late bloomer all the time. Late bloomer. He grew late to be 6'9". He wasn't 6'9", most of the time in high school. He grew late and became 6'9". Then he went to college late. He went to a junior college or something. And then he developed late. He's always been a late bloomer. I think you're seeing him starting to bloom now. We saw flashes of it in New York, but I think he's taking this role, and he's good, man. The X factor in the series is a good question. I'm not going to count Jaylen Brunson as an X factor because I don't think anybody in Indiana could guard him. So he's not an X factor. I would say the X factors are for the Knicks, OG Anunoby and Josh Hart. Those are the two X factors. Not Dante. No, Dante's going to do Dante. I think Dante's going to do his thing. I don't think that's going to be anything different. But OG and Josh Hart. And the reason I say those two is OG's got to guard Siakam. If he does the OG thing against Siakam, we're in good shape. Josh Hart is really the Knick leader when it comes to the rebounding effort. If Josh Hart is rebounding the basketball the way he can, and bringing that energy the way he can, we're going to be in good shape. The Knicks are going to be in good shape. Okay, that's why. That's why it's going to be tough. Okay. When you say OB or Precious, I'm not sure what you're asking. Are they playing, OB's for Indiana and Precious is New York. So of course I'm going to favor Precious because he's on my team. But I don't know what you mean, OB or Precious. Precious because he's on my team. Precious could be an X factor, Jabroni. I agree with that too. No, there's no doubt. He could be an X factor because in fact, I think every game that Precious has played major minutes, he's been an X factor, right? All right. Every game he has, played big minutes, he's been pressed into whatever the reason. He's always been a big factor, blocking shots and rebounding, especially. Precious has always been tough. So yeah, Deuce is going to bring defense. He's going to bring defense. There's no doubt. The only question with Deuce, and this is what makes him so dangerous, is we all know he can shoot now. I already knew all the time, but I'm saying some of y'all realize he can shoot now. So if Deuce comes off the bench, don't let him be hitting them threes and playing lockup defense, because then there's going to be a problem. So what do I think? I think it's possible the Knicks to win this in 6 games. Or 5 games. I think they can win this in 5 games. But conservatively, I'm going to say 6 games. I'm going to pick New York in 6 games. But they could end this in 5. It could be a 5-game series, depending, again, how the referees call these games are very important. Very, very important in the playoffs. Very important. So if they let them be aggressive, I like the Knicks in 5 games. If they don't, and Indiana gets out and starts stretching its legs and running that basketball, I like the Knicks in 6 games. Okay. The refs are a huge factor in this game. But you know what? David Byer brings up a good point, even though that's true, what he said. He said, because the refs are a huge factor. But if you notice, the referees were changed. What was it? The last 2 games of the Philly series, they changed the referee because these first crew was doing a horrible job. They were blowing calls left and right. So they changed. They put Donaghy in there and they put Kennedy in there. And it was called evenly. How could you have a playoff game where one team gets 33 foul shots and one team gets 19? Doesn't make no sense, especially when the team that got 19 foul shots overwhelmed the other team in the paint. Doesn't make no sense. Okay, so finally they got right refs in there. So if they can get refs that call the game even, all we need is, that's what Thibs is always asking for. Just be consistent. That's what all coaches want. Be consistent on both sides. Okay, and be consistent. Yeah, the Pacers are one of the weaker teams defensively, but they're high-powered offensively. You're right that they're one of the weaker defensive teams. So that doesn't bode well for them as long-term in this series, because defense wins championships. As you all know, no defense, no bueno. And so the Pacers, during the course of the year, the Pacers averaged 123 points a game, but gave up 120 a game. So no defense, no bueno. You got to play defense in order to win in the league, in the playoffs. You got to get stops when you got to get stops. You can't turn it on and off, right? You can't all of a sudden decide, I got to play defense. I got to play defense on this possession. Not if you ain't been playing defense all along, okay? Especially with Jaylen Brunson. He will victimize you if you're not playing defense. Because Jaylen Brunson does what TJ McConnell does and what Andrew Nembhard does. He gets in the paint. That's a problem. How long can the Knicks last with a 7-man rotation? Armageddon, that's a good question because I want to address this BS right now. Armageddon asked a good question. He said, how long can the Knicks last with a 7-man rotation? To win the championship, they can go all the way with the 7-man rotation. Why do I say that? See, let's go over this. When you get to the league in the playoffs, the rotation is shorter for every team. Every team shortens the rotation in the playoffs. Every team does. Tom Thibodeau prepares from training camp for the playoffs. He prepares them from training camp for the playoffs. He prepares them, telling them to be ready to play heavy minutes. Be ready to come out there and perform when your number's called from training camp. He's treating every game like it's a playoff game. So when they actually come to the playoffs, his team is ready. How long can they last with 7 players? The whole championship. Because they've been playing like that the whole season. Okay, the whole season. They've been prepared the whole season. I heard some people talking about, well, they were tired the last series. Oh, wait. You don't think Philly was tired? You mean, the Knicks were tired and Philly wasn't? They're not tired? Philly wasn't tired at all? And wait a minute. Right now, you have Denver, Minnesota, Orlando, Cleveland, right? The Knicks, Indiana, and you got Boston. And you don't think any of those teams get tired? This is the end of the season. It's an 82-game grind. And you get the intensity level 10 times up in the playoffs. Everybody's tired. But the thing is, what people don't understand is that there's 2 days off between games. You can't see a pro athlete on the basketball. They're used to playing back-to-backs, right? 3 games in 4 nights. They have that all season. So now you getting them where they get 2 games, 2 days to rest between games. Hell, they could go 48 if you want them to. They can. These are pro athletes. Look, you see my man, Josh Hart, eating Mike and Ike's. Man, if I eat Mike and Ike's, I'd be in the ICU, right? But Josh Hart is 29 years old. He's a pro athlete. So the Mike and Ike's ain't hurting him. You know what I'm saying? Because these are pro athletes, okay? So no, they're not worried about 7. They can go 7. They can go 8. They need to. But I think he goes 8, not just for rest, but for matchup. Because Precious, I think, matches up very well against Indiana. I think you match up very well against Indiana. So you might see some Precious, 10, 15 minutes, depending on foul trouble and all that. But you see some Precious minutes in this series. I think you will, because he just matches up very well against the Pacers. He knows how to guard Pascal Siakam. He's a roughneck, Precious is, in the Charles Oakley mode, as we've been saying from the beginning. He's Charles Oakley 2.0. He's a roughneck. And so you want that in the playoff series. See, this is what I like about Thibs. He built this squad, conditioned this team for this type of atmosphere. They're built to play playoff basketball in the NBA. That's what they're built to do. All of them, okay? They understand what they need. They know their roles. They're built to play playoff basketball, okay? This is really, you seeing Thibs at his best right now. This year, I think, of the 4 years that Thibs has coached for the Knicks, he has done the best job this year. Dealing with the injuries to Mitchell Robinson and to Julius Randle, and then bringing the development of Deuce McBride along. He's done a tremendous job this year, man. I agree that the Oklahoma City coach should have been coach of the year. And I agree also that Jamal Mosley and the guy from Minnesota, they should have been up there too. But you got to take your hat off to Tom Thibodeau. I mean, he really has done a tremendous job coaching this year. And he's got the Knicks ready to make a playoff run. What more can you ask for? Yeah. Bodega 44 is done for the season, and he might be done for the Knicks. He might be done for the Knicks. Poor guy. He was really, he was doing all right. I like that. But I want to see more Precious Achiuwa next season. I want to see more Precious Achiuwa next season. I want to see Precious get as many minutes as possible. I'm looking at Precious Achiuwa improving his jump shot this summer. That's what I'm thinking. You're going to have Precious back half a year under his belt under Thibs. He's going to be better. He's going to be more confident. He's going to know the system. And I'm looking for a nice corner jump shot from him. Somebody, wide open corner Jay. I'm looking for that from him. And if we get that, I'm not worried about Bodega 44. I'm very confident that Precious is going to do that. And the reason I am is because Precious is going to get the qualifying offer this year. That's what he's going to get. And he's going to want big money 2025. So he's going to come ready to play. He's going to come ready to play. Okay. Thought process. I can see you're going to be my Gumby today. You're coming out with some of the dumbest crap I've seen all day. You really are. What's wrong with you, man? Seriously, you all right? Come on, man. What are you talking about? And then you're putting it in big letters like you yelling. Get the hell out of here. What's wrong with you, man? Phew. CL Kendrick, $2. Let's go Knicks, 11 years in the making. Oh, you've been following Knicks 11 years, huh? I hear you, bro. I hear you. Yeah, it's for those old time. If you're over 50-year-old Knicks fans, you're seeing something you ain't seen your whole life. Maybe you've seen it in the 90s, but you ain't seen this in a minute. The Knicks are able to compete for the championship this year. Yeah, I ain't paying somebody talking about trading Randle ain't got no sense, man. First of all, you're not paying no attention to the Knicks. You don't know nothing about their culture. You don't understand. You definitely don't understand the Knicks relationship with, especially Leon Rose's relationship with Julius Randle. You don't understand. You kicking Julius Randle while he's down because he's hurt. You think you could trade him. Y'all need to go be Nets fans and stop staying around us because we don't need y'all around here. We loyal Knicks fans. Juju coming back and he gonna be stronger and the Knicks are gonna be better. Talking about trade Juju. What's wrong with you? Go back across the Brooklyn Bridge and go with the Nets. Shoot. What's wrong with y'all, man? Corey Lindsey, I ain't gonna tell you wrong, my man, because yeah. I ain't gonna tell you wrong because without Jared Allen, that means okay, so they're gonna play Mobley at the 5, right? When Mobley comes in and plays at the 5, and let me see here. So you got Mobley at the 5, and who comes in behind him? You got Mook, 100 years old Mook. Wait a minute. You got Mook, 100-year-old Mook coming in there, and George Niang. These guys are decent bench pieces, but if you got to depend on them to deal with Paolo and Franz, you got a problem. Yeah, so Corey Lindsey, I'm with you on this. I'm favoring Orlando today. Yeah, favoring Orlando in this. Yeah, I think Randle ain't going nowhere. And in next year, he come back healthy, and the Knicks are going to be that much better. He's going to get an extension. Okay, he's going to get an extension. But listen, I want to see this game at 1 o'clock. So I want to see this game at 1 o'clock, y'all, because, man, shoot. Yeah, well, third year in a row, Randle didn't show up for the playoffs. Wait a minute, let me help you out, man. Let me help you out. Let me help you out. Maybe you should go to KFT, KTV. Go. Maybe you should go there. Go to KFC or whoever you want to bring that crap. Not here. I hate when people do that. That exaggerates. Third year in a row, Randle didn't show up. Randle has carried the Knicks when he's been here. Oh my gosh, man. Get out of here. Don't come back. Lewis Luck, $5. Cleveland can't catch a break. They wanted to play the Knicks last year, got us and got bounced in 5. Tank to get Magic and to get the Magic in the game 7. You know what? You're right too. They did tank thinking they were gonna get it with the Magic. You know what I'm saying? They did tank think you're gonna get it with the Magic. And get what they getting, bounce. Now look, they got a team, right? Cleveland's a good team. But what are we saying? Without Jared Allen, they done. They done. A lot of this season, Suggs was out. What's the other kid from Kentucky? That's the guard. He was out. That they got from Detroit. I mean, from Denver. And they've been missing. Jonathan Isaac's been in and out of the lineup. Wendell Carter is like, Anthony Ambulance Jr. And look at them. They about to go to the second round. And there were some people in Knicks Nation, but the Knicks should tank so they can get a better seeding. And I told y'all, if you're going to be the champ, you got to take on all comers, man. Forget that. You got to take on all comers. And the Knicks are ready. The Knicks said, you got noise to bring? Bring it. I don't care if it's Philly, Gilly, or whatever city. Bring it. And they ready. See? That's what I'm saying. Same with Orlando. Whatever, bring it. They're in Cleveland, it don't matter. They're going to ball out. You understand? They're going to ball out. That's right. Exactly, Coach Hauser. It's not just with trades you got to bring ass to get ass. You got to do it in the game, too. You got to show up to play. And the Knicks just played every game, won every game they could win, and then played Philly, beat they behind. Now, it's Indiana's chance. Let's do this. I like our chances. Let's do this. Hey, listen. Seriously, what percentage of media in Knicks Nation was telling you the Knicks were going to be in the ECF this year? What percentage said the Knicks were going to be top 4 in the East back in September? How many people was asking for Tom Thibodeau to be fired by the time we got to Christmas? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? How many times did I have to put up videos saying, forget y'all, I got Thibs back? How many times? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Look, man, I love the Knicks. I'm a huge Knicks fan, as you can see. And I ain't having that, I'm going to go with the media and I'm going to say Miles Turner's better than Mitchell Robinson. I want to sound smart. So we need to go trade Julius Randle while he's been out. He's been failing for us. Y'all going to know right now. That's third rail talk. Wait. I am blessed to have 10,000 subscribers. But y'all know I don't give a damn. I'm just telling you. I don't give a damn. Get the hell out of here. You start coming to my channel talking about Mitchell Robinson. Wait, what? You come in my channel talking about and then go to Juju? What? That third rail talk. That I done jumped off. I'm at Broadway and 96th Street waiting for the number 2, and I jumped off the platform, and I've decided to touch the third rail at Broadway and 96. That what happened? Like, what are you talking about? That third rail talk right there. You got, and then I told you, man, I said, what are you talking about? We're not trading Julius Randle for Precious Jewel for Trey Murphy. What? What is wrong with y'all? I was like, damn. Even Gumby. And y'all know Gumby's now on board. Gumby, as long as we Jew on board, Gumby's on board. Gumby don't even come with that. He's swinging on Juju's nutsack. But listen, at least he's on the Knicks nutsack. Okay. But don't come in here talking about other players from other teams that you want to take your guy's space because your guy is hurt. What the hell? What is wrong with y'all? Please. Oh, man. Angria won. You know what? You bring in Angria said something very provocative just now, and I'm out of more respect too. He said Orlando can beat Boston without Porzingis. You know what? I ain't gonna front. It would be a series though, right? I mean, I don't think Boston gonna win them 4-1. I think that would be, you know what I'm saying? I think if Orlando comes to play Boston healthy and if Boston does not have Porzingis, that series can be a dogfight. I mean, you know what? It could go either way, right? I mean, you got to figure Boston is, Boston. But what it is that what we are seeing is Orlando is doing what a team must do, play their best basketball in April and May. That's what Orlando is doing. Yeah, I heard what Jimmy Butts said. Negro talking about Jimmy Butts talking about what he would do. This is the thing, with all due respect. I hope Jimmy Butler enjoys his vacation. We wish him the best. Enjoy your vacation, bro. Wish you the best. By the way, maybe can you remind me? Jimmy Butler has played with Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns. Jimmy Butler has played with James Harden, I think, right? How many championships does he have? He's in Miami, one of the best cultures in NBA. How many rings does Jimmy Butler have? Wait, he got to have rings. He's talking like, he's talking and coming on, putting the perm in his hair, looking like Reverend Ike and Al Sharpton combined. And he talking about, so he must got some rings. Must. The other day, Draymond, I saw some title of a video. Draymond Green says why the Knicks have zero chance of winning the chip. Now, I don't believe that, but Draymond Green could talk that because he got 3 or 4 chips. So Draymond Green could talk that. Yeah. So for Butler to be going on vacation, telling us what he would have did, how that sound? That don't even sound right. You know what I mean? That don't even sound right. Yeah. So Butler. Enjoy your vacation. You got the money, man. Have a good vacation. We'll see you training camp. We wish you the best. Meanwhile, the Knicks are getting ready to play Indiana. Today's going to be game 7 right now. I'm getting ready to go. What you say, Coach Hauser? Coach Hauser. I'm looking for Coach Hauser. Oh, gosh. Wait. Yeah, you're right, Gregory Smith. He already got the perm. Is he going to put the fake eyelashes on too and draw the fake eyebrows and the whole thing? Is he going to do that next while he's on vacation? Oh, man. Big perm. That's right. Big perm. Jimmy Butts. Big perm. Get his nails done. Right. He should have came in with them Hebrew dreads like he did the year before when he went to the finals. That's what he should have did. Oh, Halliburton, though, yeah, but he's still playing. See, Halliburton could talk. He's still playing. See, Paul Reed. I ain't heard nothing from Paul Reed, though. Did y'all? I ain't heard nothing else from Paul Reed. I ain't heard nothing else from Paul Reed. Have y'all heard? I ain't heard nothing. Last I checked, he had his bags packed and he was heading to Cancun, right, Paul Reed? He was going down to Cancun. Yeah. All right. Enjoy yourself, brother. Enjoy yourself. But Halliburton's still playing. He could talk. He's still playing. The Indiana's in the second round. Exactly, Jason Freeman. Exactly. Well, I ain't got no port wine today, so I'm just going to have to sit and chill with some water before I go to the restaurant. But it's time to watch this game. This game 7 is going to be all that. What do y'all think? I think Orlando wins this game. What y'all think? I think Orlando wins this game, especially you telling me Jared Allen's not playing. I like Orlando today. I think Orlando's going to the semis against Boston. What y'all think? I think Orlando wins this game. What you guys think? Yeah, I think you're right, Ms. Edwards. I think Orlando wins this game. today. I'm picking Orlando. I'm picking Orlando today. Oh yeah, you remember Embiid. This is Embiid. We are the better team. We're going to win this series. I guarantee we are the better team. On his way to Cancun and Cameroon and wherever else he's going. Enjoy your vacation, Mr. Embiid. Wish you the best. Oh man, we having fun, are we not? Oh God. Oh, poor man's precious, Paul Reed. I like Paul Reed coming out of the Paul. He's a real poor man's precious. Really poor. Edgar Allan Poe. All right. Well, listen. Let's enjoy this game. Because we showing up tomorrow night in MSG against Indiana. And MSG against Indiana. The Knicks are going to be ready for game one. We're going to see we're going to see what happened. We got to see what happened. We were looking for some pressures at true, but we got to see what happened. And let's get this W, man. Let's enjoy the game today. Be safe out there. Hey, thank you all for hanging out today. Always fun with Knicks Nation. Always fun. Y'all, please be safe. Again, seriously, be safe out there. It's a dangerous world we live in. Enjoy yourself, though. Hug the people you love. Shalom.